Let's see, disposed, disposed, disposed.
Hey, dudes!
Huh?
We're too late. Like, no deposit, no return.
"1991 was the year, and the Turtles had just come off one of the biggest successes in their franchise's history, the release of their first live-action movie. Turtle Mania was riding high, like it was all over the place. It was bananas. It seems like the people behind the movies wanted to strike while the iron was hot, cause it didn't take long after the first movie for Secret of the Ooze to hit theaters. Now, in my opinion, the movie is not even close to being as good as the first one. Not even close. But don't get me wrong, when it comes to live action movies, it's the second best one for me. This movie, I've noticed, is often the one remembered most by some fans and just general moviegoers, which kind of trips me out because part one was so much better in my opinion, like levels above. And I wish that one would kind of get more of the limelight, but for some reason people seem to remember this one more. It's littered with a ton, just like the first movie, of memorable moments. This is the one people seem to remember more, and we're gonna take a look at why that is. So as we always do, we're gonna dive into the sewers, grab a slice of pizza, and take a look at the 10 most memorable moments in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze. The opening to this movie is so unforgettable. The in memory to Jim Henson shot, the clips of the city, the catchy music, all the pizza being eaten on every street corner. Man, that pizza always looked so good as a kid. The slices were so big and so cheesy. Even now, only 2 movies make me crave pizza like this: the opening to Secret of the Ooze and the opening to the original Home Alone. Man, I need some pizza right now.
You know, you'd think finding a new place would be easy.
But no!
You'd think even an idiot could find a place down here.
But no!
The discovery to the new Turtle Den was pretty memorable and a big moment for these turtles in this original trilogy. It would also play a big part in the third movie as the setting for the B story, and would eventually serve as the home to the 1997 Turtles, Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. It's funny though, cause I don't really associate this den with Secret of the Ooze. It feels more Turtles 3 when I remember these movies, but nevertheless, it was introduced in Secret of the Ooze, and so it is one of the most memorable parts of this movie.
You know, there's still a little more stuff to help with, Michelangelo.
Hey, I'm helping Donnie!
First, we should observe the ancient ritual of the traditional pre-fight donut.
The construction yard meetup, there's not much action in this scene, but the setting and the Foot Clan on the structure around the turtles as the turtles are looking up was always pretty memorable. I like the way the whole sequence is set up. Leo giving the donuts to Toka and Razor, then the ice cube gets revealed with the antidote inside for Toka and Razor. For the longest time as a kid, I had no idea what that was. I always thought it was like one of those novelty ice cubes with like a bug in it. It wasn't until I was older that I realized what was actually going on. But yeah, memorable scene. Let's see the next one.
Take the ugly one.
No, you take the ugly one. I'll take the ugly one.
Which one's the ugly one?
The last vial of ooze.
He must have drank all of it!
It's a super shredder.
Super Shredder, played by professional wrestler Kevin Nash, was always pretty cool to me as a kid. I loved the design, I dug how menacing he looked. I was always a bit disappointed though in how short his run was. He's only around for a couple minutes and kills himself in an accident, you know, shaking the dock until it breaks. But it was kind of cool while it lasted. Nowhere near as cool as the original movie's version of the Shredder, but pretty memorable all things considered. Had to make it on the list. Let's take a look at number 6.
You have never seen this, but know what it is.
That's the canister that had the ooze.
That transformed us all.
Now, this movie doesn't have as much emotional weight as the first movie. It's not even close, but there is some attempts at it. Splinter explaining to the turtles about TGRI and the canister and how TGRI is now popping up all over the news and stuff was always pretty memorable. It's the closest attempt to catching the feeling of that first movie when it comes to like emotions. Donnie searching for answers to their origin, and later only to find out that their origin was all a mistake, has a bit of an emotional weight to it. Not that much, but I give him credit for trying.
We get you in, we find the foot headquarters, we get you out to tell the others, right?
Gee, maybe I should write this down.
What? I'm being punished, aren't I?
Kino's tryout. So Raph and Kino go off on their own to try to infiltrate the Foot and find out their secret location. Some of the best, coolest scenes are in this part. Raph hiding behind the car in broad daylight, Kino participating in some hand-to-hand combat tryouts and coming out on top. But my favorite part is where they have him take the bells off that mannequin under the cloak of like ninja smoke without making a sound. Then Raph comes in and ends up doing it for him. That was always super cool. One of my favorite parts of the film. How to make the list. Let's take a look at number 4.
What do you say? Let's do it, eh?
Let's do it!
The fight at TGRI is memorable. Donnie just realized that there's still one canister active of the TGRI ooze. They get ambushed by the Foot, and by the way the lab looks is like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it kind of works in this movie. I like the lighting in this scene as well. The turtles don't look so bright like they did at the beginning of the movie, and it's a bit closer to how they looked in the first movie, at least when it comes to like their color and their shading. The turtles playing football with the canister, Mikey headbutting the biggest foot soldier in the stomach, Leo using these things instead of his swords. Actually, that last one kind of sucks, but yeah, this scene is riddled with memorable moments. All right, the final 3.
Help!
Yeah, you're gonna need it, kid.
The Turtles' introduction to this movie. Even if I don't enjoy this movie as much as the first movie, it's still pretty cool, but it gets me pumped up every time this scene starts. The Turtles jumping over Kino, the way the music hits, so many memorable moments in this scene. The Turtles with each one of their catchphrases, just like the first movie, and Donnie struggling to find his own. Also like the first movie. I remember when this scene happened, when I watched it as a kid, it was at like a drive-in. I remember the kids went bananas when all the turtles landed from their jump. Donatello's clown punching bag moment, Mikey's around the world yo-yo moment, and who could forget the sausage nunchucks. Although the last one kind of sucks because it was the beginning of Mikey not being able to use his nunchucks throughout the movie, but at the same time, as a kid, this was super iconic and one of those moments to remember. One for the books.
And next time I'll use mustard!
The perimeter's quiet.
Yeah, a little too quiet.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, a little too easy.
Look, it's Raph.
Yeah, a little too Raph. You guys, knock it off.
Brother.
Keep your eyes peeled.
The Turtles infiltrate the Foot Clan base. This scene is one of the best when it comes to this movie. Some of the best action in the movie takes place in this part of the film. And some funny ones as well. There's the Little Too Raph part, Donnie taking out 2 Foot members, Splinter saving the Turtles again, and that moment where Donnie rips the tape off Raphael's mouth and Raph starts mouthing off and Donnie puts the tape back on, but it doesn't really go back on Raph's mouth properly. All of these are great action. This part as a whole feels a lot more faithful to the original movie when it comes to like action and fun. And I remember it clear as day watching it at that drive-in as a kid. And it was one of those moments that really opened my eyes to how big the Ninja Turtles were.
Yo, it's the Green Machine, gonna rock the town without being seen.
Okay, now this is not my favorite moment of the film, but it is the most memorable. It's arguably the most popular thing people think of when it comes to the Ninja Turtles in general. Every time I bring up any movie from the original trilogy to a casual moviegoer or a family member, the one thing that always comes up is ninja rap. And I might as well just add the club scene, and as the song is actually going on while they're in the club, there's some great action. It's more, at least to me, of a climax to the film than the actual fight with Super Shredder. There's a lot of great action in this scene, although mixed with some goofy dancing. Still a great scene and super memorable. Still though, to this day, I enjoy Turtle Power more than Ninja Rap, but for some reason, Ninja Rap is what's remembered most. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 is a fun movie, great memories watching it while eating pizza with friends and family. It holds a special place in a lot of Turtle fans' heart. It has solidified its place in Ninja Turtle history, and although it does make me a bit sad that it takes some of the limelight from the first film, which in my opinion is a far superior film that is severely underrated. But slowly but surely, I've noticed people are starting to either notice or speak out about that original 1990 movie, the first one. And this is good, as the live action reboot is around the corner, and if the creators notice this as well, maybe we'll get something more in that tone of that original film. Or we could get those Shrek Turtles again. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want more videos on Ninja Turtles, either old, new, or upcoming Ninja Turtles, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and hit thumbs up. Remember to follow the channel on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. But that's it everyone. I'll be back in a couple days with another Turtles video. Take care.